Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. I'm Michael Saba, assistant editor at Paste Magazine. This is my video review of Hot Chip's new album, One Life Stand.
Tell me where you've been to, nowhere that you shouldn't do. Tell me what you're good for, I can tell you something too. Where have you been staying? Tell me what you're playing.
You were just listening to the title track off of Hot Chip's new album, One Life Stand. This is an interesting album if you're a fan of Hot Chip. Not so much for new arrivals. They're a British electropop quintet, and this new album of theirs is probably one of their most radical departures from the way they had been writing music before. Unfortunately, it's not superb. There's some really, really great tracks there, probably some of the best songwriting they've ever done, but at the same time, there are also some really terrible ones, probably some of the worst writing they've ever done. Take a listen to the first single from the album, Take It In. Now, the thing about this track that really strikes me, and why I'm of the opinion that this is probably one of the best songs they've ever written, is kind of the interplay between the two tones they've got going on. Because you'll notice the verse and the melody is extremely monotonic. I think, you know, the singer, he alternates between two or three different notes to sing the verse. And then, you know, it kind of explodes into the chorus. Just creating these very rich sonic textures that are just a wonderful contrast with kind of what came before it. And it's a little bit of an emotional sucker punch, but, you know, that's one of the things that Hot Chip is best at. But, you know, unfortunately for every superb track like this, there are a couple stinkers on the album too, like this one, Slush, which is a pretty accurate name.
Left in our heart.
This is definitely one of the more down-tempo tracks on the album, and that's not a problem in and of itself. But I think, you know, what kind of makes the song border on unlistenable is that the production is really lazy. There's just kind of a lot of sound going on. They just kind of throw, you know, a wall of noise at you and leave you to kind of pick out what bits of melody you can find. And, you know, maybe if this was a psychedelic band, that would be more apropos. But for a band like Hot Chip, where you kind of expect really crisp melodies, like really clean chord progressions and everything, it's incredibly jarring, and it probably should have been on a B-sides album or an EP. Ultimately, this album and Hot Chip in general are kind of what you see is what you get. You go in there expecting a certain kind of music, and that's what you're going to hear. But a lot of it is really inconsistent and probably could have used a little more polish, or maybe they could have rethought the song order and structure a little bit better. I ended up giving this album a 6.8 out of 10. You might not agree with that, and if you don't, you can send an email to av@pastemagazine.com and let us know what you think.